Okay, we're now going to record a sampling of how to do enter in a game. Okay, there are three sites you're going to need for this exercise: the DigiBookie site itself, the KenPom site, which is going to enable us to get the odds that we need, and the jimfeist.com. I'm going to go back here just so you can see it. jimfeist.com. And then we're going to go to NCAA basketball under scores and odds, and we've got ourselves the situation. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We are going to start off by adding a game. So to add a game, we need to get into the administrative panel. The administrative panel is here. Once you're in there, you're going to add a game. We're going to go to add game, games and leagues. NCAA basketball. The first game is going to occur 11/11/2011 at 4 p.m. The home team is Michigan State. The away team is North Carolina. So Michigan State, North Carolina. Now, we're going to update that. That game is now entered into the system. So now what we want to do after we have the game, we want to add a line. That's the betting line. Okay? Once we do that, we're going to go into here. The last game that we entered will be the last game in this field here. So I've already entered a few test ones, but it's always going to be the bottom. That's the last game that when we're entering, okay? That's what's going to come up. Then there's a point spread, home game. The line value is going to be 105, minus 105 at all times, unless I tell you otherwise. The line odds, in this case, we developed the line odds by looking for the game on the KenPom site. The prediction on the game is 75-68. That means North Carolina is favored by 7 points. 75 minus 68 equals 7. North Carolina is favored to win this game by the prediction. In that case, we're going to enter in 7. North Carolina is the away team, so the home team is plus 7. They get 7 points in the betting odds to start with. Okay? And in that case, we're going to go back in. The away team is minus 7 because they're the favorite. The line value is always the same unless I tell you otherwise at minus 105. The odds, minus 7 for North Carolina, which is the away team. Okay? Now, we're going to look at now the actual total. The total is the prediction on how many points will be scored in the total game, okay? In that case, we need to go back into the North Carolina-Michigan State game. Always go to the one that you were working on. The total here is 75 plus 68. That's going to be a 143 total, okay? 143 total. Odds on totals are minus 105. And the total is 143. There's an over and an under, okay? So instead of home and away, we're going to first put in the under. Under. That's that. Now, we've got a total. Okay? Home is not the one. Total's over. We already did the under total. Total. Line value is 143, the same, and minus 105. The top and bottom are all the same, and I'm going to show you how this takes out. Now, the money line on each game is based on who's going to win and who's going to lose. We don't have, I'm going to show you at another time how to determine that. But right now, what we're just going to do is put in a random. We're going to say that the favorite team, North Carolina, is going to be a minus on the money line. That doesn't take into account the points. So you're going to put in a money line we're just going to say they're minus 120. Okay? So in this case, we're going to go back in. We have to go to the same field. Michigan State. So the home team is the underdog, so they're plus 120. In this case, this is not always the case, but in this case, it's plus 120. And we're going to go back in, and that would make, for this case and purpose, just to enter a money line, it's minus 120. I'm going to show you how to calculate these at another time. The away, you have to make sure we put away. That's North Carolina. They're the favorite. Okay, so we've entered the home, away, under, over. Okay, we've entered a money line, a point spread, and a total for this game. I'm going to show you how it shows up in the field so you can always check your work. It's going to be NCAA basketball. And the game is right here. Okay. So this game, okay, this game was already entered by me, but this is the one that we just entered. It looks as though, okay, here's what happened in this case. I entered it in, since I'd been testing this, I entered in 2 different games in 2 different fields. So that was a mistake on my part. But as you can see, this is pretty simple here, what we're doing. So the scenario is this. We're going to go back and do another sampler, but that's how you enter it. It didn't show up correctly because I've been testing, and these games are all a little bit screwed up at this point. But that is the scenario for now, and we'll go to the next situation next.